welcome in. Hi everyone, I'm Ivy Almario. I'm taking on the challenge of answering the 50 simple questions. Come inside, follow me inside my condo. Thank you.
Miss Ivy, how are you today?
Oh my God, today has been a tiring day. I came from Angeles to do a photo shoot for my son of Jay with Gentil Home, but I'm a happy camper. Glad to welcome you into my house.
And what are you looking forward to right now?
I am so looking forward to ending this amazing creative day, and I'm glad I'm ending it with you guys.
What was the most interesting part of your day?
The most interesting part of my day was coming from Gentil Homes, where they produced my 5-piece collection.
And what's one thing that made you smile?
So what made me roll out of bed happy today is the prospect of the anticipation of seeing my collection for the first time in person.
Describe your mood in one word.
Always happy.
Alright, Miss Ivy, what's keeping you busy?
Very worthwhile projects.
How do you keep yourself inspired?
Life is about balance. Creative output is, of course, the result of taking care of your quiet times, interspersing it with your creative frenzied times.
What's a hobby that you have that people don't know about?
A few weeks ago, I did not actually know how to use a knife properly. Today, I can do you a very simple 3-meal course.
And what would your perfect day off look like?
My perfect day off would be like everybody else. Hindi naman tayo nagkakaiba, is the ability or the privilege of staying home.
And how do you get ready for a day at work?
You would find me awake at 5:30 or 6 with pencil, pen, and my notebook, and I'm already sketching ideas out.
Ivy, you have such a lovely home. Could you take us on a tour?
Sure, of course. Okay, let's start with this bookshelf. I love this bookshelf. It was done for me by Mario, my friend from Icon Metals. Look at how thin these are. So this took a while because they had to attach this to the cement wall, upholster the wall in front of it. So I just purchased them. So that's what I like. When I travel, I buy one thing or several things to remind me about the trip. My friend Jerry C. gave me some fornacetti plates, and these artworks were handy. So I placed the plates on the artwork, and now it's a whimsical sort of artwork. So this time around, this house is more minimalist, more masculine than my other homes, purposefully, because we all want change in our lifetimes. And this is my period for decluttering.
Was this the original vision that you had for this place?
Yes. For some reason, when I was renovating this place, I wanted it to feel like, surprisingly, like you're in Belgium. Like this is a Belgian, European condo.
And what is your favorite part here?
I would say would be standing exactly from where we are, looking this direction.
What was the first place that you designed in this home?
The first room that I designed in this condo is this living dining combination here.
Ivy, how would you describe your home's personality?
My home in South Bay is more traditional, and this home is more modern.
What was the biggest design challenge for your Makati home?
The biggest design challenge is it's only 2.40. The floor to ceiling height is only 8 feet. You don't notice it. Why? I only used one color. Floors, walls, ceilings, one color palette.
How do you want people to feel when they walk in?
As soon as they enter, they are suspended from the world of the traffic below.
What's one item in this home that perfectly represents your design philosophy?
Look at this coffee table. This is just wrought iron, and this is stone. What I did was I asked my muralist to paint the wrought iron so that it looks like marble. So what is my design philosophy? Cleverness will always trump expense. You don't need to spend too much. You just need to use your imagination.
If this home could talk, what would it say?
It would say, welcome and enjoy and relax, and let's just have fun.
What made you fall in love with design?
When I was 12 years old, my Aunt Mirna Adriano, who is an interior designer, renovated her house. I took a look at it, and at 12, I knew I will follow in her footsteps.
Do you remember your very first project?
My very first project was my mom's restaurant.
And what was your favorite project?
Is always the project that I'm doing as we speak.
How would you describe your design philosophy in one word?
Solution-based.
Do you have a design icon, someone that you look up to?
I admire the aesthetics of Andre Fu. If you're talking about Asia, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but may his soul rest in peace, he's moved on. But Christian Liag is also a very talented interior designer.
What inspires your work lately?
Travel really inspires my work lately.
What's a design trend that you secretly love?
The trend for mindful consumption.
Design a dream room in 3 words.
Oh my God, it's 5 words.
All right, 5 words.
Should take your breath away.
What's one piece that instantly elevates a room, in your opinion?
Height.
And if you weren't a designer right now, what would you be?
My clients, I'd like to be the rich housewife who hires me.
You were inviting us up to your room earlier. Could we go there now?
Oh, of course. Welcome to the second floor of the house. Like I said, it's now uncluttered, and as you could see later, you'll see this is my sitting room, a place where I can relax. So the color palette is the same as downstairs. I just used one uniform color palette, and I have a very simple bedroom. It's just a queen bedroom, a place to sit, a place to chat up with someone. This is my room. This is how I live.
What is the easiest way to refresh a bedroom?
Buy new bed sheets. If you want, you could have bed sheets for summer, bed sheets for when it's raining. It already changes the mood. It's affordable.
Any quick tips for making a small space feel bigger?
Using an all-over paint, an all-over color, you use beige on the walls, beige on the ceiling, pick up the beige tones on the floor. Then you just have that envelope so that borders and boundaries disappear.
How do you know when a space is quote-unquote done?
You'd know when it's done. When you add one thing, you feel that you have to remove it.
What's your number one rule when choosing furniture?
Don't make the mistake of putting small-sized Lilliputian furniture in a small room.
How do you balance form and function in a certain space?
For me, that question of form and function is always going to be answered by context.
What's one thing that every home should have?
Authenticity.
And how would you make a space feel more authentic?
I would really make it a point as a professional to understand where my client is coming from or where they're not coming from. Listen deeply, because chances are they're too polite to tell you the things they really want.
What is a budget-friendly way to make a home look more luxurious?
Good quality paint, if I may say so. If you don't have that luxury and you have a magaling na magpintor, pwede naman nila i-window. So that's one. Number 2, siguro mirror. Kasi if you mirror one wall, dinoble mo na yung impact.
And what lighting tips can instantly transform a room?
Like I said, if you can, I love lamps.
And which place here in your home gets the best light?
Wow, during the day, this room.
How do you work around awkward layouts?
I guess you have to start working with the wall that makes the most sense.
What is a common design mistake people make, and how can they fix it?
Too much of a good thing is still too much. Kasi pag over the top pa rin yan in any language. Yeah.
Any tips on curating art or decor at home?
Siguro, unang-una, when in doubt, group them according to shape. You mix them according to shapes, then you add the color. Find the method in the madness.
What's your advice for someone designing their space for the first time?
In the world full of copies, try to be the original.
What's a quick fix when a space feels off?
Paikutin nyo yung furniture arrangement yung every 6 months, once a year, or yung every 2 years. That what is fresh is just something that your eye has not seen.
What's one thing you hope to see more in Filipino homes?
For me, I truly wish that kunwari inaayos natin yung resources natin at uuntiin-untiin lang natin, unahin natin yung self-care.
What will never go out of style, no matter the year?
Good taste.
And what is something that you're letting go of this year?
I really thought I was letting go of stress.
What's one piece of advice you'd give your future self?
Sana Huwag mo na to kainin para, you will look good in your clothes. That's always a losing battle. But life's too short. So, I guess, when I am about to kick the bucket, I would tell myself, diba, buti kinain mo.
All right, Ivy, we're down to our last question.
Yes.
What's next for Ivy Almario?
I know it. You just have to wait for it.
Oh, wow, that's so exciting. Thank you so much, Ivy, for your time.
My pleasure. Always my pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.
Simpol.ph. Living made simple.